Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to today's training on the South Florida market stats. My name is Robert, and thank you so much for joining. As you are aware, we are recording our session. As always, we share the sessions with you afterwards. So if you missed anything or you just want to repeat the class, you'll be able to do so later on this afternoon. Guys, this is an interesting class. As realtors, we are expected to know the market. We're expected to be experts and what is going on in the market. And today's class is geared towards showing you exactly how to pull market statistics throughout all of South Florida, even through all of Florida as well. We're going to go over several different programs that allow you to see different statistics. We're going to learn how to determine if the market is hot, is it cold, what's the inventory, what's the average price of a listing, what's the average price of a sale, so much more that's going to be included in today's program. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please unmute yourselves, ask questions, or you can simply type your questions in the chat and I will see your questions and then, of course, respond to your questions. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be using, of course, the tools that are available to us as realtors. That's why I am beginning right here inside of MiamiRealtors.com. And I want to cover something real quick in this website before we actually log into the MLS and use the MLS statistics. All right, so if you're looking for quick stats for, say, Miami-Dade County or Broward or Palm Beach County, or if you just want to see them real quick, you can always go to MiamiRealtors.com and you can click on stats. Now, of course, for more individualized stats, like by neighborhoods or even by subdivisions, you're going to go inside of the MLS and run your own statistical reports. But by clicking on stats inside of MiamiRealtors.com, they've already broken down the stats. Of course, we are looking at July 2024 because we're still inside of the month of August. So once August is finished, sometime next week, they'll be loading the new stats for the month of August. So let's take a look at the year-to-year comparisons in Miami-Dade County for a single family home. In July of 2024, there were 1,008 units sold. That's a 10.8% increase over last year in July. So last year in July, there was 910 single-family homes sold in Miami-Dade County. We've increased that now by almost 11%. So the sales are starting to pick up, right? Of course, we know that high interest rates really bothered buyers and made it more difficult for buyers to purchase homes within the last year and a half, 2 years. But now we're seeing a bit of an increase, right? Almost 11%. 23% of the buyers in Miami-Dade County paid in cash. That's actually down 12.7%. All right, so more financing. The median sales price for a home in Miami-Dade County is $670,000. That is up 6% from the previous year. That is truly amazing, guys. Just 4 years ago, let's say 2020, the median price for a home in Miami-Dade County was around $400,000. So you're looking at a huge increase. We're at $670,000. The dollar volume for sales in Miami-Dade County in July in 2024 was $1.2 billion, and that's up 42% over the last year. So in July of 2023, there were a total of $846 million in dollar volume. This July, we totaled $1.2 billion. That's a huge increase as well. All right. So this next line here, percentage of original list price received, this is the amount that was received versus the actual asking price. So right now we're at 97% of the asking price, or basically a 3% discount from the asking price. It's pretty much the same as last year. The median time to a contract. All right, so the median time that you can expect to take a contract on a property is about a month, 29 days. All right, and that's actually up 20%. So last year, you could expect to receive a contract on your listing in 24 days. Now it's up to 29 days. Median time to sales, that means from active to closing, we're looking at 72 days. All right, so about a month and a half. Sorry, 2 months and a half. And that's up 5.9%. All right. The all-important active inventory, guys, for a single-family home in Miami-Dade County is just under 4,000 units that are active right now. It's 3,988. And you will see once we jump into Matrix how drastic, how drastically low really our inventory is as compared to just say 7 years ago when we had 8,000, 9,000 active listings. All right. So indeed, we're still in a seller's market. The months of supply is 4.4. So that's actually climbing, right? I mean, if our active inventory went from 2,860 available units last year to now 3,988, then of course our months of inventory is up from 3.2 to 4.4. All right. You have the same numbers for condos right here. So condos, we actually sold a little less, so there's a decrease of 2.4%. 47% of buyers in condos paid cash. And the median sales price for a condo is 424,950. Total volume is $812 million. And the active inventory for condos is 9 months. 9 months is equivalent now to a buyer's market. So if you have a buyer looking to purchase a condo, there's plenty of options for them. There's a lot of competition. Therefore, this is a buyer's market, advantage buyer. Very important for us to know, right? And if you're representing a seller of a condo, they need to be aware they have a lot of competition and they need to be very creative with their pricing. Okay, so guys, you can do this for Broward County, Palm Beach County, Martin County, and St. Lucie County. You got flyers down below if you guys want to print some flyers so it can help you with your presentation. The flyers are all labeled by county and by property type, and you can use these for your own presentations. There is statistical archives on the right-hand side. You'll see by month and then also by quarter. And it goes back, how far does it go back? It goes back to 2019. All right. So that's what you're going to get, guys, when you click on stats. I want to show you right quick something very interesting for those of us that like social media content. There is a section here on the right-hand side called Market Snapshot Infographics. All right, if you click there, you're going to see infographics that are available. So these little infographics, you click on it, and this is something that you guys can use. So this is Miami-Dade County existing home sales, July 2024. You guys can save this to your device, and you can use this on your Instagram or your Facebook or your LinkedIn. Whatever platform you choose, you can use this for your marketing and to update your followers. All right. So pretty interesting, guys. That's there inside of infographics. Also, the Miami Realtors does record a video every month giving them an update on the market. And here's July's update. You can play it. And then there's, of course, Broward County, Palm Beach, and Martin and St. Lucie County. All right. So that's inside of MiamiRealtors.com. You click on stats and you have stats available. All right. So now let's jump into Matrix, guys, because the majority of this class is going to be spent inside of the MLS. All right. So here we are inside of the MLS. We're going to go ahead and click on stats up here. And let's go ahead and show you how to determine the market inventory, all right, or the inventory analysis for any market in all of South Florida. So for that, oh, actually, let's jump into that market inventory report. Of course, I clicked on stats. Let's go to more and let's go to market reports. My apologies. So let's go to more market reports. And then you see right here, market conditions. All right, this is a very important report for all of us to learn how to run. All right, all appraisers, when they're appraising a home, they always run a market conditions report. So as realtors, we should also learn how to run a market conditions report so that we can present to our sellers and buyers. All right, so for this, we're gonna always select active and we're gonna select closed sales. Now for closed sales, we wanna go ahead and see an entire year's worth of sales. So instead of 180 days, we're gonna do 365 days. All right, so we're gonna compare active with closed sales over a year's time. We're gonna go ahead and select single family home. And now guys, you can use the map to draw a specific area, or you can use a zip code. You can use a subdivision name, or you can use an entire city. So I'm gonna go with a zip code. Let's go with zip code 33134, which is one of the zip codes in Coral Gables. All right. Now it's gonna be for what? Single family home. So let's click on generate report. So again, if you have a seller looking to sell their property in zip code 33134, this report is important for them. If you have a buyer looking to purchase a property in zip code 33134, once again, they can benefit from this report. All right, so let's take a look. Let's learn. Those of you that are new and you've never seen this type of report, let's go ahead and understand this report. So you have 3 columns. The first column is going to study 6 months. The middle column is going to study the next 3 months. And then the last column on the right-hand side studies the last quarter. So up to date. All right. So we have here May 29th, 2024 through today's date, August 29th, 2024. Right. And then the first column is August 30th of 23 through February 26th of 23. And then the middle column is February 27th, 24 through May 28th of 24. All right. That first line is the total number of comparables that were sold. All right. So if we go all the way to the right-hand side and read the last column in zip code 33134, over the last 3 months, there were 80 total sales of single family homes. All right. Now, the second line is absorption rate. That's the total number of sales per month. So when you divide 80 by 3, you get 26.6 properties per month. So that would be the speed of the market. How many properties are we selling every month? Now, the third line is the number of properties available today in zip code 33134. So we have 81 properties available. So if we have 81 properties available and we're selling 26.6 properties per month, how much inventory is left in the market today? All right, we have 3 months of inventory. That means that it'll take 3 months to sell all 81 properties that are in the market today. Now, anywhere from 0 to 3 months is considered a seller's market, an extreme seller's market. Think of you walk into Best Buy and you're looking for a television, one specific television, and there's only one left. Right? There's only one left, and there are 10 buyers looking at the same television. That is a seller's market, right? Now, flip that around. Think of walking into Best Buy, and you are the only buyer there, and there's 100 of the same televisions. You get to pick and choose. You are now in a buyer's market. So from 0 to 3 months of inventory is considered an extreme seller's market. Okay. 9 months or more of inventory is considered a buyer's market, right? There's too much inventory, not enough demand, and therefore it's a buyer's market. Anywhere in between is pretty much normal, what we call a balanced market. Okay. So where are we right now? We're right at that very top part of the seller's market, right? Where were we throughout the year? We were at 2 months of inventory, pretty much, and now we increased it to 3 months of inventory. Why? Because take a look at the active listings. We went from 37 active listings to 49 to now 81 active listings. So the inventory in zip code 33134 is increasing, meaning that more sellers are placing their properties on the market. Now take a look at the pricing. So this line here goes over the comparable sales prices. So we're looking at 1,245,000 now up to 1,347,000. So if you're looking for a property in zip code 33134, you can expect to pay on average, or actually on median, not on average, on median, 1,347,000. So definitely this is a zip code that has high property value, right? And then the list prices are also up. We went from 1,335,000 now up to 1,650,000. All right, so as a seller and you're looking to sell your home, the median sales price for a listing in zip code 33134 now stands at $1.6 million. All right. I see a question on the chat. Let me go ahead and see. What is the difference between average and median? All right. So the median's actually the middle, right, between the low and the high. All right. So let's say we have 3 properties that we're comparing, and we have say 300,000 is the low and 600,000 is the high. We have a median right in the middle. Okay. Now the average is, of course, we know how to pull out averages. The averages are going to be done when you're looking at, say, 5 or 6 properties, and 4 of the 6 properties are sold above the median price. Then you have a higher average. Or 4 of the 6 properties were sold below the median price, then you have a lower average. Okay. When you're running comparables, you're always going to use the average. When you're looking at a huge area, like an entire zip code, you look at the median. This is why on the news or on articles, you're always going to see the median price for a home in Miami-Dade County is $657,000. You're not going to see the average. And the reason being is because, for example, in zip code 33134, you may have a few homes sold at $10 million.
75.
Those prices are going to create a disadvantage on the actual median because you have higher averages because of those prices. All right. So that's pretty much the difference. You know, we're always going to use medians when we're looking at the market. All right. Now, guys, this is an excellent report. It's the Fannie Mae 1004 MC report. MC stands for what? Market conditions. All right, so let's go ahead and close that out. I want to show you now how to run this for condos and let's say the Brickell area. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do condos like this. And then I'm just going to switch my zip code to 33131. That's one zip code in Brickell, right? Generate report. And the condo market in Brickell is reflecting a transition to a buyer's market. As you guys can see, the months of inventory go from 6 to now 11 months of inventory. We went from 318 active listings now up to 679 active listings. All right. The prices are either holding steady or slightly declining. Take a look. 657 up to 727, now down to 645. So condo prices are reflecting a buyer's market. What happens in a buyer's market, right? The sellers need to be creative with their prices. And of course, prices are going to fall, right? Look at the list prices, guys. 779, 749, 749. So the list prices are not increasing, just like we did in the single family home when they were increasing, not for in this condo market in Brickell. The condo prices for active listings are actually decreasing. All right. And then in Brickell, we're selling at 95.9% of the original price. What does that mean? That means that buyers are purchasing the properties at 4% off of the asking price. All right. So about a 4% discount from that asking price. And that's your Brickell market. Let me show you guys. You don't only have to do it that way. You don't have to do it by zip code or by city. I'm going to go single family home, and I'm going to use the map real quick here. All right, we're going to open up the map. And I'm going to draw a section here in Miami-Dade County. All right, so let's do this section here. This is known as what? The roads. Sorry, this one here, the roads. I'm going to go ahead and just draw a rectangular shape. All right, let's just do this, something like that. And let's pull our stats from that area there. Generate report. And now we're looking at stats in a particular area of the map that we drew. All right, so if you look at the numbers, they're actually, in this case, the months of inventory is decreasing. All right, we were at 5.5 months, 5 months, now just under 5 months of inventory. Okay, and prices here are also reflecting somewhat of a balanced price. You know, we did shoot up to almost $2.2 million, but now we're back to 1,325,000. All right, prices or homes here are selling at 98.3% of the asking price. All right. So what happens if you are running a CMA for a property, and what you guys need to do is find out how the market is behaving around that property? All right. So we're going to clear the map. And let's say the property address is this here. I'm going to go ahead and do a half-mile radius. And the property address is 1020 Obispo Avenue. And this is in Coral Gables. So we're going to go ahead and select it. So let's say 1020 Obispo Avenue is the actual subject property that we're selling or buying. And we want to see how the market is behaving within a half-mile radius. And we're going to go ahead and click on Generate Report. So within a half-mile radius from that subject property, we're looking at a 2-month inventory. We're looking at a 2-month inventory, and prices are actually decreasing from 1.5 to 1.7 now to slightly below 1.5. All right. However, the list prices are increasing from nearly $2 million to now $2.3 million for active list prices. And the properties here are selling at 98.69% of the asking price. So if I represent the seller, I need to let the seller know that we are in a seller's market, right? There isn't too much competition. All right. We're selling 7 properties per month, and there's only 16 properties available. Right? So there isn't too much competition, and we may be able to list at the higher end of the market value. Versus if you have a buyer, then the buyer needs to expect to pay a little bit more for their properties because it is a seller's market. All right, so that's how you would do it for an address. Now I'm going to clear this map real quick here. And if you guys need to do it for a particular building, you know, I'm going to switch over to condo. And then right here, we're going to put in the building address. So I'm going to put here 50 Biscayne. Right, 50 Biscayne is a building in downtown Miami. We're going to go ahead and click on Generate. And these are the numbers for 50 Biscayne. All right, in this building, we have a 7-month inventory. 7-month inventory, that's pretty much been the same for the last 6 months. But it has increased from 3.6 months of inventory. So we went from 6 months, we went from 6 units available to 12 to now 17 units available. However, we went from 1.5 sales per month to now slightly over 2 sales per month. And we are selling properties here at almost 100% of the asking price, 99.43% of the asking price. All right, guys, so learn how to run the market conditions report. It is essential to our business. All right, so again, that's more, and that's by clicking on market reports and going straight to the market conditions. Now, guys, I'm going to show you how to run a quick inventory, not inventory, but a ranking report. Now, you're going to do this report however you'd like, for whatever reasons you'd like. But I just want to show it to you. Click on ranking report, and you're going to enter the date range, and you can rank any area and see who are the top agents performing in that area, or the top offices performing in that area. Or if you click on agent and you know our elite office ID, then you can actually put in our elite office ID, which is EOVR01, EOVR01, and you can run the report for our office, and you can see where our agents rank. So I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do this for agents in a particular city, for example. So let's put here agents in, let's say, Coral Gables, right? So agents in Coral Gables. Who are the top selling agents, the top 25 selling agents in Coral Gables? And it's going to go ahead and give you the results, all right? So it's going to give you the results, the number of transactions, and the dollar volume, and the market share. All right, so you guys can run your own reports for your own cities, see who the top agents are in that city, see who the top offices are in that city. Or if you want to run the report for our office, you can do the same. All right. So I just wanted to show you that. It's a quick little market report, guys. Also from market reports, if you want to run your own production, see where it says agent production right here? Go ahead and click on agent production, put in your date range, put your license number, and then click on generate. And it's going to show you all of your production for that time frame. Keep in mind, Matrix only goes back 10 years. So you will only be able to run your report for 10-year period. All right. Okay, so now let's go ahead and click on stats. All right, let's click on stats, and let's show you 3 separate stats that are important for us to understand, beginning with active listings. Let's begin with active listings. On the left, you have what's known as presets. Here we have historic count of active listings. And then you have historic sales by year. That would be the sales volume. And then you have historic price trends. We're going to begin with active listings. Single family homes in all of Miami-Dade County. Of course, you guys can choose area, you can choose zip code, you can choose city, right? We're just going to do this report for all of Miami-Dade County. Let's go ahead and click on generate, and let's see what the results tell us. All right. We already saw in the Miami Realtors page, we already saw what the active listings are as of July 24, right? Right, slightly below 4,000 listings. All right, but let's see how it actually compares to the previous years. Okay, so it's taking a little while because it is computing a lot of information, right? And let's take a look at the chart. All right, so going back to 2019, we were slightly above 8,000 available listings. And then during the COVID years, our inventory drastically decreased. Our lowest point was somewhere around April of 2022, and we were very low, right around 3,000 active listings. Now you come up here and you have, as of July, about 4,800 active listings. Single family home, Miami-Dade County. If you want to see the data, you click on data and let's take a look. So over the last 5 years, let's look at July. 7,500 active listings in 2019, 58, 4,000, 4,500, 3,832. Now it's 4,830. All right. Compare every month of every year. You want to go back 10 years? You see right here where it says customize? Let's go back 10 years. Open the time frame and do past 10 years and then click on generate. So now we're going to see the numbers going back 10 years. All right, so once again, it's computing all the information. It's going to give it to us real quick. All right. So once that information comes along, then you'll see it. So let's now go back in July, right? Let's go back to July. And in July of 2024, we were looking at 10,620 active listings. We are now at 4,800 active listings. So guys, that's a what, a 50% decrease in active listings. So again, we have a lot less active inventory today than what we had 10 years ago. You can print these reports on the left, or you can email them, right? You have printer, and then you also have email. So those are your active listings. If you want to go to a different county, or if you just wanted to do it by city, you can just click here where it says search and enter the city, the zip code, the mapping area, and see where your active listings are. All right, let's go back to the left and let's click on presets. And now let's look at sales by year. So this is the sales volume. Let's stick to Miami-Dade County, single family homes. Let's click on generate. All right, so let's take a look at data. All right, we don't see 2024 here, right? So we need to go and use what's called year to date. So once again, you go to customize, and let's go and open the time frame and do year to date 2024. Let's click on generate. All right, so what has been happening to our real estate market when it comes to volume? Let's compare 2022, 2023, and 2024. In January of 2022, we had 1,050 sales, down to 627, now slightly up to 687 in January, right? February numbers, and then typically the real estate market does pick up during the springtime. So we have higher numbers for March, April, May, June, and July. So we have higher numbers during the spring, summer months. And then, of course, take a look at what's happening in August, guys. These are year to date, up to date numbers. Last August, we sold 1,012 properties. Okay, we only have 3 more days left of August. We have today, we have tomorrow, and we have Saturday. We are at 732 properties sold. So we are at a deficit right now of 300 properties. I don't know if we're going to meet last year's numbers, right? So August is seeing a slight decrease in sales volume. Of course, there are many factors why this is happening. We need to research and we need to learn to explain that to our buyers and sellers. All right. So that's your sales volume. I'm going to go ahead and click on presets, and let's go to price trend. Go to price trend. And before I click on generate, let's go here to customize. All right, we have 2 statistical reports that are going to come out on this page. We have here statistical number 1 and statistic number 2. Let's open here and determine what you would like to see on this report. I'm going to show the sales price median in column number 1. And column number two, I'm going to show the sales volume. So the number of sales, right? Now click on generate and let's take a look. All right, going to go straight to data and let's take a look. So we have here sales price median and number of sales. So the median sales price 10 years ago in Miami-Dade County was $225,000, just 10 years ago. The median price for a single family home in Miami-Dade County in July of this year is a staggering $662,000. Guys, from 225 to 662 in just 10 years. All right, it's expensive to buy in South Florida. It's expensive. How long has it been above 600,000? It's been well over a year now where single family homes have been over $600,000 as a median price. Go back to COVID, right? Go back to 2020. All right, January of 2020, we were looking at median sales prices in Miami-Dade County right around 375, 380, right? And then something happened, right? We got a lot of people looking to move to South Florida. And if you were in the market for a home back in those days, you remember making long lines outside of homes, trying to see the home, and there were multiple offers received for homes. People were paying above asking price, and that shot up the prices. You know, we went from the 375s, 380s, quickly through the $400,000 range, and real quickly through the $500,000 range. And now it's been more than a year that we are above $600,000 for a median sales price for a single family home in Miami-Dade County. So that's our market, and that's where we stand. All right. So have the prices been decreasing or increasing? Right. So if you see people, oh, prices are starting to decrease, maybe they're not increasing at the speed that they used to be increasing, right? So if we had prices appreciating by 10%, you know, just a few years ago, and now prices are appreciating by 6%, yeah, you can say that prices are decreasing, not in value. They're just not increasing at the speed it used to increase. Because looking here, guys, all right, July of 2024 marks the highest price for a median sales price for a single family home in the last 10 years, right? And June of 2024 marks the second highest. So no, prices are not decreasing, guys. Prices are actually increasing. All right. So, you know, these are real-time numbers. These are real-time MLS numbers. You know, have confidence in running these stats, okay? If you guys want to see the average, all right, the average is a completely different story, guys. You cannot pull the average single-family home in Miami-Dade County. Remember, there are 30 and $40 million homes in Miami-Dade County that are going to affect that average. All right. So I am going to show you how to do the average, but we're going to set it to a specific city. Okay. So we're going to go switch statistic number 1 to the sales price average. Let's leave the volume of sales and let's go here to where it says search and let's do Hialeah. All right. Let's do Hialeah. What's the average sales price for a home in Hialeah? All right. Let's go ahead and click on data. You'll be surprised, guys. The average sales price is actually lower than the median sales price in all of Miami-Dade County. So in Hialeah, the average price is $592,000. And there were 48 sales in July. $592,000. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and show you the difference. Go here and switch it back to sales price median. Click on generate. So the median price is slightly lower than that at 574,500. All right. So you can pretty much expect that in Hialeah, you're looking at the same average price and median price for a home is in the upper $500,000 range. All right. But I want to show you guys because it's a telling number. If you come over here and you do sales price average, and I come here and I click on city of Miami Beach, right? City of Miami Beach, click on generate. What is the median or the average sales price for a home in Miami Beach? $7.1 million. Do you guys really think that the average home in Miami Beach costs $7 million? No, it's the average. It's heavily affected by the larger homes, those 30 and 40 million dollar sales. You want to know the true numbers? You're going to do median sales price. All right, so we're going to switch it over to median. Remember 7.1, okay? Now let's take a look at the median. The median's actually a different story, 4.6. It's still high, but it's not 7.1. All right. Guys, learn how to run your own statistical reports. You guys can come here and you can run any report you like. You can customize and create your own reports and save these reports. And that is your market statistics through the MLS. Now, I want to show you a cool little tool that we have all available to us called SunStats. Inside of your Miami Gateway, you guys are going to look for SunStats. It's this tool right here. See it? We're going to click on SunStats, and this tool is actually a statewide statistical report. Okay? So the first thing you need to do is go here to where it says change, and notice I'm looking at the Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach metro area. All right? We're going to click on change. That's all of this area. You can run this type of report for any zip code, any city, or an entire metro area like the one that we're looking at now. All right. So let me go ahead and click on apply and show you the numbers for July 2024 for Miami-Dade, Fort Lauderdale, and Palm Beach area. And the number that I want to see is the month of supply, 4.5 months of supply. And then what is the total median sales price? $641,000 for our Tri-County metro area. Okay, with an average price of $1 million. Dollar volume 3.4. Now, would you say that this market is hotter than the Tampa area? Let's go ahead and study that. So come over here and let's go and put in Tampa. And let's do the entire Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater area. So all of this area right here. Okay, so take a look all the way down here. They have less inventory available. They're at 3.5 months of inventory. Okay. And of course, they're not at $3.4 billion of dollar volume, but they're at almost $2 billion. All right. So yeah, this one by just months of inventory and the number of sales that they have probably is a hotter market. All right, but look, there is differences between 23 and 24. Okay, so we closed more sales, right? There were more cash sales. The median price pretty much is holding steady, so hasn't increased much. The average price is pretty much holding steady as well. Okay, so compare both markets, guys. When you have that buyer that says, hey, I'm thinking about moving to Tampa. Can you let me know what the stats are in Tampa? All right, you guys can pull stats for any single market in all of Florida using SunStats. Guys, you can build your own charts for your own marketing, and you can build infographics for social media content. So if I go to infographic creator and we run the Miami area, let's just do Miami, not Miami, Palm Beach, and Broward. Let's just do the Miami-Dade County area. So here we have all of Miami-Dade County. We're going to click apply and let's take a look. Here's an infographic that contains my picture, contains our logo, contains my contact information. And here is a quick infographic that I can now right click, save this to my computer, and I can use it for my marketing on social media, for my content, close sales, dollar volume, median sales price, new listings. Let's say you don't want to do Miami-Dade County. Let's say you want to do the city of Doral. All right, city of Doral, click on apply. Now you got your numbers for the city of Doral. Okay. So many different ways for you guys to run statistic reports that will help you with your content and your marketing. Any questions on SunStats, guys? It's an easy program to use. It's really cool. It's inside of your gateway, and everyone has access to this through your membership to the Florida Realtors. Any questions on this? All right, give me 1 second, guys. All right, so we're gonna actually end our program with one of my favorite tools that we have, and that is RPR. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out SunStats, and we're gonna open up RPR. Where is RPR located? It's of course located inside of your gateway, and it's right here. Keep in mind, guys, RPR is a nationwide program giving you access to every single property nationwide, giving you access to every market statistic nationwide. All right, we do have a dedicated RPR course for you. However, today we're just going to use RPR to show you statistics on the market. So right here, you're going to go and click on research, and we're going to click on residential market trends. And then we're also going to do neighborhood searches and school searches. All right. So we're going to begin with residential market trends. Let's say you wanted to know information on Sunny Isles Beach, right? We're going to go ahead and put in Sunny Isles Beach. Select it. And then let's go here to property type, and let's do condo and click on apply to all charts. All right. So you only want to do condos. All right. The months of inventory in Sunny Isles is 15 months of inventory. That's an extreme buyer's market, guys. All right. Now, you see there, seller's market, balanced market, buyer's market. It's all the way at the end of the buyer's market. It's an extreme buyer's market. All right. There's way too many options for buyers to purchase. And, if you're a seller in the Sunny Isles area, you need to be extremely creative or patient with your listing. All right, so it's taking a look at all the numbers that you see there. Now, I want to show you how to create a nice little infographic of this. See over here on the right-hand side, you got share, right? And you can name it. So we're going to go with Sunny Isles Beach market update, right? We name it. And now you have it right here. You guys can share it on Facebook. You can share it on X or LinkedIn, or you can create yourself an image, a JPEG. All right, so let's click on that and let's show you. Let me share that screen with you. This is the image right here, and it's done. Basically, download this to your computer and use it. All right, so you've got ways to create content so you can feed your social media pages so people understand that you are still in real estate and that you are an expert in your market. All right. Or if not social media, let's say you're preparing a presentation for a particular area, you can do that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and share back RPR, guys, and we're gonna go and show you different ways to use RPR for statistics. All right. So let me go ahead and share that screen with you again. And here we are. All right. So I mentioned that this is nationwide. Does anyone know of a zip code outside of Florida they want me to take a look at? I know a few, like 90210. Who remembers that from back in the 90s? Right. Of course, you can look up cities, right? You can look up cities too. So let's go ahead and put in 90210. I mean, I said it. So 90210 Beverly Hills, California, right? And you got your market trends right there for Beverly Hills, California, right away. Boom. Okay. You can do this for any city in all of the US. All right. So Boone, North Carolina. All right. Who knows Boone in North Carolina? Gotta wait for it. There it is. And here is Boone, North Carolina, up in the mountains in North Carolina. All right. You guys can run all types of reports. Now, I'm going to go and click on research. That was market trends. Now, let's say you want to know more about a specific neighborhood, right? Let's say you've got someone relocating to Coconut Grove. And Coconut Grove is a neighborhood in the city of Miami with its own zip code, which is 33133. All right. It is not a city. Most people think it may be a city, but it's not. It's a neighborhood within the city of Miami, and its zip code is 33133. Right. So we're going to run this neighborhood search, and we want to know the stats in Coconut Grove. So we're going to go ahead and click on search. We got here an entire summary, right? We have an entire summary. We got housing, people, economy, and quality of life. So in Coconut Grove, you got your housing, right? The median estimated home value is $1,160,000. All right. Compare that to the city of Miami and Miami-Dade County in Florida, it's obviously a lot higher. Okay. Now you have here median list price, 1,849,000. 79 properties active. Median price per square foot. Dollar volume of sales. Median living area, so median size of a home. Median list price of your active listings. Median pending listings. Okay. And then your sold listings. Everything is here, guys. Now, you want to see people? You click on people. So people, it's going to tell you the population. In zip code 33133, we're looking at 34,000 people living in the zip code. That is 8,450 people per square mile. That is your density. The population has increased by 2.3% since 2020. And the median age in zip code 33133 is 39 years old. All right. And then your male ratio population, male female ratio. And then you have your education levels, right? Population of adults by age group, households with children, household income brackets. So the majority of the households here earn above $150,000, right? The majority earn above $150,000. And then your occupational category. So the majority of the occupations in the zip code are in the professional, scientific, and technical careers. In second place comes healthcare and social assistance. All right. Where do these numbers come from, guys? Where do these numbers come from? Source. This here for the presidential voting patterns comes from uselectionsatlas.org. This here comes from the US Census. US Census. Everything else pretty much comes from the US Census. And then the economy, right? Income per capita, median household income, unemployment rate, all right? And then a quality of life. Quality of life is not a huge factor in South Florida. We get a lot of rain, a lot of humidity, and a lot of sunny days. So we don't have snow and things like that to deal with. All right. So 0 to no elevation, annual rainfall 60 inches. Again, just more information that you can provide your buyers that are interested in relocating to zip code 33133. All right. So use the neighborhood reports. Now, You've got that same buyer looking to relocate to zip code 33133, and they want to know about the schools in the area. Let's click on research and let's click on school search. Put in zip code 33133. All right, so putting in zip code 33133, it's going to give us all the schools in this zip code, and we're going to go ahead and click on search. You got all of these schools. This is a private school, Carrollton School of the Sacred Heart, A+. You got Coconut Grove Elementary, an A. You got Francis Tucker Elementary, a B-. George Carver Elementary School, an A-. George Carver Middle School, an A. All right, and then you have LaSalle High School. It's a private school, A+. Ransom Everglades, another private school. It is an A+. And then you got some other schools here. All right. So you're able to find more information. So let's say that the child is in middle school. You want to know more about George Carver Middle School. You got summary and you got reviews. So here's the summary. And the source is Niche. And that's a website that does, school reviews and ratings. And you have your overall grade, and you have your academic grade and your teacher grade. You want to see reviews, you click on reviews, and you're going to have parents and teachers alike leaving reviews on the school. All right. So you can run this for any zip code or city in the entire US. And that is your research for schools. Okay. All right, guys, one more that I believe is very important, and that is the commercial site selection. I think you guys are going to love playing around with this tool and eventually using this tool. So yes, it is for commercial. So I am going to show you how to do a commercial site selection report for your commercial clients. So let's say we have a client that is looking to open a particular business in zip code 33139. All right, 33139, that's South Beach. So 33139, we're going to go ahead and click on that. Okay. Next, find people using spending and demographic data. So open here and we can search for people who they are. So we're going to learn more about the people that live at zip code 33139. What they do, we're going to learn more about the people where they work and what type of professions they have, where they live, in what areas do they live mostly, and what they buy. We can learn about their spending habits and facts and stats. So let's go with what they buy, because we're opening a restaurant, let's say. All right. There's a lot of competition in zip code 33139 for restaurants. So we're opening a restaurant and we can select from total expenditures, retail and goods, alcoholic beverages, apparel, dining out, education, and much more. Let's go with dining out, of course, because we're opening a restaurant. And then let's do all dining out. You can do breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Right? Let's just do all dining out and let's go ahead and run the analysis. So these are the areas of zip code 33139. All right, and it's just half the areas. Notice here it's only on the average. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it all the way to from little to lots, and let's click on update. So now we have all of 33139. Okay, who spends the most amount of money dining out on average every year? So coming in at $12,312 a year, you're looking at this small pocket right there, right? That small pocket right there, they're spending $12,000 a year dining out. How do they know this? Because every time you use your credit card, right? Every time you use your credit card and you pay for a meal, and your address comes up on that, it's linked to your credit card, they know your spending habits. So these are the first place votes, right? This area right there. Who's second place? All right, second place is this one right here. Select it. Coming in at $10,000 a year. You got these islands right here. All right, the Venetian Isles. They're spending 10,000, I believe it's 10,500. So why am I showing you this? All right, so you're getting ready to open a restaurant somewhere here in South Beach, right? Who should you market your restaurant to, right? Especially if it's like, let's say, takeout. Well, you should be prospecting this area, and you should be prospecting this area. You should be sending maybe a marketing flyer to those areas. Make sure they are aware of your brand new restaurant that you're opening in South Beach. All right. If you're opening an apparel store, I'm going to go back right here to site selection. You're opening an apparel store. So instead of dining out, let's go with apparel. And let's say you're opening a shoe store, shoes. All right. Hit OK, run analysis. How much are people spending on shoes? All right. How much are people spending on shoes? So $1,820 a year on shoes, and it's the same little pocket right here. Those are heavy spenders, right? I mean, come on. And then next up would be this one here at 1,429. And once again, it's the Venetian Isles. All right. So guys, at $1,800 a year in shoes, you do the math. All right. If $100 a month in shoes is $1,200, then you're pretty much spending about $150 a month on shoes. Some people spend a whole lot more in just one outing. I get that, but this is on average, right? On average, what people are spending on shoes. I don't know about you, but I don't buy a pair of shoes every month. All right. But that's the numbers you see there. So again, you know who to market your shoe store to in zip code 33139. Now, of course, I did this for South Beach. You can do this for any zip code. You can do this for any city. All right. So I hope that you guys are able to come here and run, your examples. I'm gonna do one more. Instead of what they buy, we're gonna go with who they are and select an attribute. Let's go with income, right? And we're gonna go with average household income. You can go by age group if you like. I'm just gonna go with average household income. And in zip code 33139, click on run analysis, and we are going to see our average household income. So the average household income, the largest, is again that area. No surprise there. All right. Second is that area right there. You may be asking why Fisher Island is not there. Fisher Island is not part of 33139, right? Fisher Island has its own zip code. I think it's 33109. I believe that's the Fisher Island zip code, 33109, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So again, these are your average household income. Who's third place? Third place is, Hibiscus, Palm, and Star Island. All right, keep in mind, guys, most of these people don't really report their income, per se. That's the reported income of $255,000. All right, guys. So we had fun today, didn't we? With this market statistics. There's so much to this, guys. It's about you getting in there and you practicing, learning how to build your reports when you're dealing with your buyers and sellers, and becoming an expert on the market. All right. Does anyone have any questions before we end our program? All right. We had a few people drop off already. I understand I went over a little bit over an hour. But I had fun teaching this to you guys, so I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at our Coral Gables office. If you're interested in joining, we are having a special meeting tomorrow between the hours of 10 and 12 at our Coral Gables office, where we are going to go over the different compensation agreements and how to use them. All right, so I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at our Coral Gables office at 10 o'clock in the morning. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone.